All right, good afternoon. I'm going to brief you today on the details as we know them on the officer-involved shooting that occurred on July 25th, 2024 in the 9600 block of Gulf Lakes Trail. This is the fourth officer-involved shooting involving a Dallas police officer this year. On July 25th, 2024, at about 1:20 p.m., Dallas Police North Central Crime Response Team members received a notification of a stolen vehicle from a flock license plate reader in the area. The GMC pickup had been stolen out of the city of Frisco on July 24th, 2024. The preliminary investigation determined covert officers found the stolen red pickup GMC pickup truck back into a parking space inside an apartment complex at 9600 Gulf Lakes Trail. Covert CRT officers called for uniform officers to assist them at the scene. Dallas Police North Central Patrol uniformed officers responded, and officers Steed and Gully positioned a fully marked Dallas Police Dodge Charger to the left front side of the stolen vehicle. And officers Marks and Etheridge positioned a fully marked Dallas Police Chevy Tahoe to the right front of the truck, which was occupied by four suspects. The driver, identified as 21-year-old Damon Price, intentionally accelerated, driving onto the hood of the squad car and hitting the left driver's side of the Tahoe. The vehicle rolled backwards off the Charger and stopped. Suspect Price, 19-year-old DeMonte Moore, and an unknown black male suspect all got out of the truck, with Price and the unknown suspect running from the scene. 17-year-old Eric Lampkin Scarborough, who was masked, also got out of the truck with a handgun with an extended magazine in his hand. Officer Travis Marks was in the driver's seat of the marked Tahoe and seeing Lampkin Scarborough as an imminent threat, armed with a handgun, fired his department-issued weapon, hitting the suspect. Lampkin Scarborough continued running south through the parking lot with the gun still in his hand when he was encountered by Officer Steed and Gully. Officer Steed fired his service weapon at Lampkin, but did not strike him. Lampkin Scarborough was taken into custody on the west side of the apartment complex, and officers administered first aid before he was taken to a local hospital for treatment and was last listed in stable condition. Price was also taken into custody within the apartment complex and taken to a local hospital after complaining of chest pain. Suspect Moore was taken into custody near the stolen truck and transported to police headquarters on an outstanding warrant for capital murder for a double homicide on Dixon Avenue in March of 2024. The fourth unknown suspect ran from the apartment complex on foot. No officers were injured. Four suspect weapons were recovered from the scene. Two fell from the stolen vehicle. One was found in the path where Lampkin Scarborough ran from the scene, and a fourth was found inside the stolen truck during a search of the suspect vehicle. Moore has been charged with capital murder for the homicide on Dixon. Price has been charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault public servant, evading detention on foot, and a probation violation for manufacture or delivery of a substance. Lampkin Scarborough will be charged with evading detention on foot and prohibited weapon, and more charges are possible. Detectives continue to work to identify the fourth male suspect who ran from the scene. He is not currently in custody. Of the weapons recovered, the gun carried by Lampkin Scarborough was stolen out of the city of Dallas in February, and again had been modified with an extended magazine and a Glock switch. The 3 guns recovered near or in the stolen in the truck, one was a handgun with another extended magazine stolen out of Shreveport in May of this year. The second was an AR-style pistol. The third, a handgun with an extended magazine that was stolen out of Waxahachie PD in December of 2019. The investigation is ongoing and is being investigated by the Dallas Police Special Investigations Unit. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office was also notified and responded to the scene and will conduct their own investigation. The Office of Community Police Oversight was notified and also responded to the scene. Now, before we play the body-worn camera in the video that we have, this incident is another example that no day, that no call is routine for our men and women. Our officers were doing proactive police work that day, working to recover a stolen vehicle and take the criminal element off our street, when they were intentionally rammed, encountered armed suspects, one with a capital murder warrant, illegal and stolen firearms. They then ran after suspects towards danger to take them into custody. Then, after locating an injured suspect, immediately starting first aid, talking with the suspect to keep him alert, reassuring him that an ambulance was on the way. From surveillance and body cam footage, you will see the suspects masked, dressed in black, and from the evidence recovered, heavily armed. 32 years of law enforcement experience tells me that this was just not a stolen vehicle, that this was not just a joyride or someone stopping in an apartment complex. I feel that there was likely something far more nefarious planned that day. Someone is alive today. I fully believe this because of the actions of our men and women and the actions of those officers that day. I know my officers prevented future crimes and future violent crimes from happening on that day and others. We're lucky that we did not have an officer seriously injured in the process, and we're lucky and fortunate that we did not lose a life. This is the work that men and women of DPD do every day to prevent crime, to put this type of violent criminals behind bars, to make our streets safer. The men and women of DPD go to work not knowing what the day or shift or call will hold, but do it to serve and protect. They do this job because they want to do what is right and what is best for our city. And we'll now share the incident, and I'll come back for questions afterward.
Shit! God damn it! You good?
Yeah, fuck shit. That's a Graham. Black.
There's 7 more shots are fired. We need more cover.
10-4, meeting cover code 3, 9600 Golf Lakes Trail.
Your call has been updated.
We're going to be running west to the complex, headed towards the David Buster. For an all black check, and you take off his hat, black male.
Your call has been updated.
Buster's gun over here, by the building.
He's not just sitting by himself. Looks like he's on the phone. He is running though. Are they running? Do y'all want me to pull out ahead of y'all? Get a little more blocked, and I pull in behind you with his phone behind.
We don't have time. We're coming in hot now.
I'd say fall in behind him so that way he can't hit the go into reverse and go over that hump. We're pulling on that. Keep on coming. Keep on going. Your turns at the dumpster. He's till Raptor.
Yep.
Oh, shit! God damn it! You good? Get up! He's gone! He's gone! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Fucking shit!
There's 7 more shots are fired. We need more cover.
Hang on, Tim!
10-4, meeting cover code 3, 9600 Golf Lakes Trail.
Good! He's running north! He's running north! He's gonna be running west of the complex, headed towards the David Busters.
Black male.
He dropped his gun over here by the building.
John, I'm east of the south of where you at.
Don't you fucking move! Get on the ground now! One at gunpoint, southwest corner. He's on a white shirt. But get on the fucking ground, face down! Don't you fucking move! He's behind the fences. Or he's behind the building near the fence corner. You fucking flinch, I'll put a hole in you, motherfucker! You fucking hit? God damn it.
Go get that kid.
Yeah. Where you hit at? Okay, hey. You got gloves, Kevin?
No.
Here. It's not there. You fucking... What is your name?
Eric.
Eric what?
Your gloves?
Yeah. I got gloves.
You got shoes on you?
I got a knife.
I got it.
24, southwest corner.
Go on so I can see if there's an exit on this side.
Okay. He's got one up in the shoulder, one up in the left lung area. Eric, what is your birthday? Where do you live at, bud? Where in Dallas? You have an apartment, or where you at, man?
Apartment.
What apartments are you at, Eric? Eric, talk to me, brother. Okay, just keep talking to me, man. What apartments do you live at, man? Who do you live with? You live with your mama? What's your mama's name? You know her phone number? Just keep talking, man. Stay awake.
I'm up.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Keep talking, okay? How old are you, brother?
17. There you go.
You're 17? Okay.
Hey, just keep on breathing, man. You'll be all right. Give me a jacket for a sec. You'll be all right.
Keep talking.
Just hold that bandage. Keep that bandage on. I got the bandage on. Whenever you got the gloves on, let me know so I can get mine on.
I got gloves. I got gloves, okay? Okay, go. Tommy, see if you can't go
Go
find...
take care of the other guy.
Find the ambulance. Get the ambulance over here. There were at least 2 guys that took... There were 3 guys, I think.
My left.
Your lap? Your lungs? I know.
We got you, though. You're good. Y'all check out what's going in the front.
What'd you say, brother? Ambulance is coming here as hot as it can, okay?
Yeah,
There's a wound right here and a wound right here, but I don't see any exit wounds.
I think it's...
You think we went through? Okay. Yeah, it might be out that way because I didn't look at it.
You have another bandage? Another bandage on his top.
Yeah, I got my jacket.
Just go.
Over up between building 8 and 9.
Are we trying to pack that one or no?
Just hold pressure.
Hold pressure on it.
Hold pressure.
Eric, I need you to just keep on talking, Eric.
What's your name, bud?
Eric
Huh? Eric
Lampton? How do you spell that? L-A-M.
PK.
P-K? I-N. Okay. Just keep hanging in there, man. We got the ambulance coming right now. You can hear them coming in.
We have a couple of Channel 2s out here. Keep them coming until we get some more people.
Y'all can get me up and poke?
No, not because we don't want to.
You're exactly where you need to be, man, all right?
They're going to bring a stretcher back here as fast as they can, okay? Okay. You said you live in apartments. What apartments did you say you live in?
My lungs hurt. My lungs hurt.
Okay. Just take your time. Deep breaths, okay?
I don't think I need handcuffs on me, sir.
We don't have a choice on that one, brother. We do not have a choice right now.
Location.
Yeah, he's still just sitting by himself. Looks like he's on the phone. He is running though. Are they running? Do y'all want me to pull out ahead of y'all? You got a little more block. I'll pull in behind him or just follow behind.
We don't have time. We're coming in hot now.
Hold on, I'm done. I got mine out.
I'd say falling behind him so that way he can't hit the go into reverse and go over that hump. We're pulling him now. Keep on coming. Keep on going. You can turn out the dumpster. He's two Raptor.
Yep.
God damn it! Good. Get out of the fucking truck! God! Take the fucking gun! Good! He's running north! He's running north! He's gonna be running west through the complex, headed towards the David Buster. He's stopping. He's wearing all black jacket. He took off his hat. Black male. He dropped his gun over here.
By the building. John, I'm east of the south. I'm where's he at?
Fuck. You guys okay?
Yeah, he's still just sitting by himself. Looks like he's on the phone. He's running though. Are they running? Do y'all want me to pull out ahead of him? Got a little more block. Pull in behind him or just following behind?
I'd say falling behind so he can't.
Tell him we're pulling up.
I'd say falling behind him so that way he can't hit the go into reverse.
All right, we're pulling up. We're pulling up.
We're pulling up now.
Keep on coming. Keep on going. You can turn out the dumpster. He's two over from the Blue Raptor.
Oh fuck, dude. There's on top of him. He's on top of him.
Oh shit. That's a ram.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Stay on the fucking ground. Don't fucking move. I don't go with Kevin now. He's got the shooter. Go. Don't fucking move. We got one more gun. Hang on. Get the fucking ground. I'm not gonna beat it. I'm not gonna be aggressive, so I would told you. You're the fucking word. And you're the fucking man. Shut up. Who shot at us? I don't know if there was a guy shooting too.
One thing I know, probably someone will ask anyway. So Officer Marks fired 2 times. I believe struck the suspect twice in the upper body area. And Officer Steed fired 4 times and did not strike the suspect. And with that, I'll open it to questions.
What exactly did the officer who did open fire end up striking the 17-year-old
He recognized that there were officers that were victims of aggravated assault from the vehicle ramming. He said then sees an individual running from the car, masked, with a pistol with an extended magazine, and felt that he posed that individual, that suspect, posed a threat to fellow officers in the area, and as well as running into an apartment complex area, and that's why he felt justified in taking that shot.
And just to be clear, the suspect is not accused of kind of gesturing toward the officer in any way with a gun at that point, or?
No, he's not. However, officers weren't going to wait until a masked individual with a firearm was going to turn on the officers and shoot first. The proper thing would have been done for the individual not to run out of the car, not to be armed, and to have given up.
Were they just following the stolen vehicle, or did they know that the potential murder suspect from March was in the vehicle?
No. Again, this is one of those things, as I explained that day, and there's nothing's routine here. Obviously, it was a flock hit on a stolen vehicle. That's all they had, with our covert units that then found the vehicle in the area, identified where the vehicle was, and called in MARC units. And from what was a stolen vehicle off a flock hit, turns into 4 armed suspects, 3 out of 4 firearms being stolen, an individual with a capital murder charge, and masked individuals. And as I made mention before, 32 years of law enforcement leads me to believe that there was something much more nefarious that was going to happen that day, and someone's life was saved because of the actions of these officers. Well, one of the things I think the reason that they try to tactically come in and try to pin the car is normally, and what we would expect, is for suspects to comply. And so what the officers don't want to do is get into a vehicle pursuit, have that vehicle flee. Because regardless what procedures that we have, obviously that puts the rest of the community at risk once that vehicle's in a high-speed pursuit. And so that is one of the reasons why they chose that tactic. Again, and it's unfortunate, but there's the individual driving that car dictated what occurred. And had that individual, had they given up, none of this would have happened. We're working on, that's a separate part of the investigation for us to do the follow-up and to see. But David, when you look at the situation when you stolen vehicle, when 4 individuals that are heavily armed, individuals that have masks, individuals, again, with a Glock switch, extended magazine, there is more. Oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes, this is the reason why individuals steal cars, is to commit more serious crimes. And again, no, at this point, I can't tell you specifically what was going to be planned, but I will tell you that I've been a cop for 32 years, and that was not a normal just stolen vehicle that happens to be just sitting in a carport.
Did any of the suspects have any link to that apartment complex?
Again, we're working through all the ties that they may have had. That is part of our investigation. We are using our gang unit for that.
How many suspects were there?
There were 4. There were 4 suspects. 1 is still outstanding.
And do we have the relationship between them now?
We're still working on tying in all the relationship. There is some peculiar type of relationships that are occurring that we're still looking through with regards to what they were all doing together to begin with. That's another part of this investigation that leads us to believe there was probably more than just this. But we're working through that. We're working through that information right now with our gang unit.
And the 3 suspects who you did apprehend, have they been all charged with crimes?
We'll go through the crimes. I think I read them out a little earlier, but we can go through that offline. Yeah. Nothing's been updated since then. It's still the same suspect that we.
Chief, one of your officers, the one who was in his car, and then it almost looked like he was shooting out of his back window. Is that
That's accurate.
why? Why did he do that?
Because that's when he felt the threat. So, he felt the threat at that point. I'm sorry?
Was that Mark's?
It was Mark's, yes.
Was Mark's?
Yes.
Was that the shot that injured the 17-year-old?
That injured the suspect? Yes.
So it was when he was shooting out of the window?
Yes. Yes.
And that's okay to do your viewpoint as far as shooting out of his.
Once an officer makes a decision, that they need to use deadly force because he felt an imminent threat to life. The officers have to do the best they can in the situation they're at. Had he paused and something, we'd be having a completely different conversation if my officers didn't take action, if something else could have happened. But again, when the officers see an imminent threat, this is not a choreographed dance. As you saw, it was chaotic. And unfortunately, I think we all tend to think that's supposed to be a neat, packaged incident. But when you see that and you see the chaos, and you see suspects fleeing, and you see guns and people armed, it's a chaotic situation. It's not a choreographed dance. Obviously, in every situation, we'll take a look at it and see what more could we have done better. But again, that's the life that these officers lead every day, and nothing is routine, and it is very chaotic. Estamos investigando todo eso ahora, porque creemos, como te dije ahora mismo, yo creo que algo más malo iba a pasar ese día. Con la clase de sospechosos que estaban ahí, las armas que tenían máscara. Yo no creo que solamente era un carro que estaba robado. Pero no sabemos cuánto tiempo está ahí. La investigación que estamos trabajando con nuestros detectives que bregan con las pandillas, a ver por qué, quién saben, quién conocían en ese apartamento o qué más querían hacer ese día. Y esa es parte de la investigación que estamos haciendo. At this incident? No, we don't believe. Obviously, from the sound of it, it sounds like the officers may have thought that they did, but we haven't found any evidence to suggest the suspect shot.
Is it possible this more nefarious act had already happened? Or in your expertise, they were getting brand new?
I can't, obviously this is not math. It's not an exact science. I'll tell you, experience tells me that they probably thwarted something from occurring, but it certainly doesn't mean that other crimes hadn't occurred before. And again, there may be more charges coming up. Obviously, we have the weapons. We're looking into all of that. But again, that's a separate part of the investigation. Thank you. All right, thank you.